Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. What is today? Another day the Most High made, brought about. Shalom, Sister Monica. I'm glad you made it in today, this morning, sis. Um, Hold on, I'm trying. I don't know why every morning I get there, this thing, I set this thing up. I tell you. All right. There's some things that's happening right as we speak, brothers and sisters. And today I'm trying my best to keep this up on at least about an hour, no more. There is a determination on both sides that's happening right now. There is a strong determination on both sides that are happening right as we speak. We have the brothers and sisters from West to East Africa joining an alliance. They're seeing the benefits of them coming together. And I'm from the political side to the average brother or sister side. This is what I have been seeing on these news feeds. Ibrahim Tory, the top talk. When the Most High said that he was going to draw fathers to sons, sons to father, can we not understand that what's happening right now? That Ibrahim Tory, I think he's like in his 30s. He's talking to father-like figures. He's coming together with father-like figures. Brothers and sisters, do you not understand what's happening here? Those brothers have a determination to work together. You think that this is of their doing? This is of the Most High's doing. It's that determination that's what's happening. Shalom, Sister Van P. It's happening, brothers and sisters, off the top. Yeah, they very tired, Sister Monica. They very tired of what the West has been doing. Now, the reason I came on late, because I was looking at Trump make this speech. Brothers and sisters, if you all heard the speech, it's as if he's speaking out of the book of Obadiah. All of these grand things that he is planning to do. He said, America will be made, made great again. All of this stuff. I mean, it's as if I know for a fact that he got the Most High's attention. He has his ear. You saying all of these things that what you're going to do. This is what this man is saying. And all the while, our people are getting stronger and stronger, mentally, spiritually, and physically. So when I say there's a strong determination, there is a strong determination on both sides. They have a strong, misled determination to make that place great again. Now, this is the thing with that, bro. Well, I'm not going to even touch that one right now. I'm not going to touch that land being the promised land. We're going to leave that alone. We have other pressing issues right at the moment. This is what we have. This is about encouragement across the board. The Most High has a determination. His determination is the one that matters, because it's his determination that's going to reign supreme. That's the one that we are up under. This is the one that we need to be walking up under his shadow, up under his spirit. This is the determination that we should be having. The world has a determination. Truthfully, determination can go across the board. People can be determined to be rich. Some people can be determined to do evil. Brothers and sisters, pick and choose your determination wisely, because there's always a footnote to your determination as to how you want to walk through life, because we all have that free will to do just as we will. And some people are going to do that. You're going to have a person with a strong determination of the alphabet down to the end. You're going to have some people who are going to have that intense hatred against us down to the end. Brothers and sisters, our determination for the Most High should be going, but there is no end. That's the only determination that has no end. That determination for this holy nation, there is no end. None. This is where we should be on. This is the road that we should be on. This is the mindset that we need to be maintaining. The world is on a whole different plateau, and it stepped itself into a judgment, brothers and sisters, that I know a lot of you brothers and sisters felt it. It's just like, bam, it hit you. Wait a minute, this world is upon a judgment. And it seems like it's very soon. There's a spirit that this system is casting off. A false sense of security. I would not be surprised, brothers and sisters, that they made the comment that they have peace and security. I would not be surprised that they make it. And what they may base it upon, let's just say it may be some very minute. Let's just say, oh, we got all the immigrants out of the country. And I was reading some of the comments on this live that he was doing. And one guy said, so we are locking out the Mexicans and we're locking ourselves in. Made a lot of, it may sound funny, but it made sense. All right, you locking the Mexicans out, and you're locking the Americans in. Like we always said, and the world even said, well, not the world, but even the politicians, they have troops already inside the United States. Is this what's about to happen? Let's think about this for a moment, brothers and sisters. Let's go back into our past. Did not Israel do the same thing? Did not we do the same thing? 70 CE. When the Romans came in, we locked ourselves in. Did we not? Locked ourselves in, nothing was coming in, nothing was going out. And it would appear that they're doing the same thing to themselves, locking themselves in. And for some brothers and sisters, you may think they may think them being removed is a bad thing. They go come to realize that was the best thing that could ever happen to them. That's what they're going to realize. Now, how the Most High is going to remove us out of the equation, that remains to be seen, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It is absolutely going to happen. And it seems like we just right at this door of this exodus. And for those that got tender ears, the gathering. This is the determination of the Most High. We have a determination of seeing scriptures being fulfilled. We have a determination of following these laws. We have a determination of our brothers and sisters waking up. All of these determination, there's no end to it. There is no end to this determination, this mental determination that we should be maintaining. Matter of fact, that should be our theme song. This determination for this holy nation. Because truthfully, the Most High got a determination against this nation, this gangsterous nation in which we live in. Because you want to talk about gangsters? That's this nation. They just dress it up, make it look pretty with some makeup and things of that nature, make it seem like it is welcoming, that is so beautiful. But once you take the makeup off, you see how terrifying and how ugly this nation is from day one. This is the time, brothers and sisters, for us to really buckle down, hunker down, because it's real. They do not want to give up power. And we are literally seeing the swap of power. You send the brothers from West Africa to all the way to East Africa coming together. Is this not what was his name? It was a politician years ago, and he was asked a question: what is the most dangerous thing for the United States? I forgot the politician's name. I'm not good with names. And he said, for a black messiah to rise. Or no. He said for blacks to come together. That would be the most dangerous things for the United States. I wanted to ever consider Africa, seeing those brothers come together and to equate us as one. Because that's what's happening, brothers and sisters. It's happening across the board. We see that. You ain't going to see this on CNN. You're not going to see it on Dateline. You're not going to see it on the regular news. You're not going to see that. They're not going to portray that for you to see that, because they know if you see that, you get mentally strong. But the other news feeds that's outside of this country, yes, they're going to show it. They're going to let you know, hey, this is what's going on. Now, you have a country that's making all boastful promises of rebuilding. In the book of Obadiah, in between verses 3 and 5, I think, and where Esau was talking about how he was going to rebuild. This is what he was saying in the book of Revelation. Babylon the Great was talking about that she would never see mourning. She would never see pain, hurt, all of this stuff, making brags of what she was not going to see. Brothers, I wish you all would have seen this this live. Well, matter of fact, I think it's still on. But if you just listen to him, all of those scriptures just come. It's just like not him, but it's like all the scriptures that are saying, oh yeah, okay. It's like every time he spoke what he's going to do is a check mark. All right, we noted that. Check mark. Check mark. This is what this nation is talking about. This is what this nation is claiming that it's going to do. That's where we are. This is what we're seeing. This is what we're witnessing. This is some exciting times, truthfully, when it's all over, when it's all over said and done, because it's going to get a lot more. What's the word? It's going to get a lot more serious than what it is right now. It's going to happen that way. It is literally going to happen that way. See, one moment. Hold on just for a moment. Boom. Yes, you know. Oh yes. I mean, well, you know what, Sister Monica, back then they had power. Gaddafi, yeah, they needed to remove him because he wanted to get paid in gold. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Wait, you wait a minute. No, we want to pay you on USD, on cash, paper cash. No, we don't need cash. He did that. Well, they laid him down. But now, how can you possibly? Well, let me take that back. They're seeing that all of these leaders are coming together, strength-wise, and they have a strong determination. We don't need your advice from the West. You tried to bring homosexuality over to our land, over to our land, and for some, you misled. You came over here misleading. You want to bring democracy to us, and they're turning it down now. That's what's happening. There is an awakening, and there's a strong determination with it, a very strong determination. And brothers and sisters, we can only just sit back and see and witness other lands come into that determination. That's all we need to do, because the West is not going to tell you, not that they're not going to show you what's going on. They're not going to do it. That'll be too much strength for you mentally. That will be too much strength for you. They know exactly what time we're living in. And we should too. We should know what time we're living in. The Most High is moving things now. He's moving things. What was that? Scripture said, it was one of them that the Most High said he shall speed it up in his own due time. He's speeding it up, brothers. I mean, you have brothers and sisters going online speaking things. I mean, they're talking about the judgment. And usually, when brothers and sisters have a spirit, they usually speak about that spirit that's upon them. And basically, scripturally based. And they go out on YouTube, put it out there on YouTube. But if you look at all of them, they usually be on the same. They usually be on the same totem pole. And just recently, in the last, I would say the last 2 weeks, it's been about a spirit in the air of judgment. It's just not the fact that they brought a new guy in. No, it's not about that. You have brothers and sisters, speaking of, judgment, even when the other president was in power. But it wasn't that as if it was a strong. But when this one came in, and we're not looking at no individual, but the words that an individual speak, you literally going up against the Most High. And that's what they're doing. They are going up against the Most High. And this is a time that we should not be lollygagging. Yeah, he makes some and I knew one. Oh man, you want to talk about some brothers being happy, brothers and sisters? Don't get over overly concerned about child support. Uh-uh. Yeah, excuse me. He making these promises and things. Trust and believe, brothers. That stuff is not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. Continue to do what you're supposed to do. We do not need a government to tell you need to take care of your child, and we will force you to take care of your child. That's what they're doing, and that's what they had to set up for, that to force. Really, child support was written against you to make your life difficult. And I said a lot of brothers, they was excited. I can write my child up on taxes. I'm like, fine, brother, don't lose sight. Do not lose sight. Who's that? Sister Monica, I just read your first comment. United States of Africa. Okay. You know, brothers, when it's Shalom, Brother Dave. Yes. We have a path in front of us, brothers and sisters. Yes, the days are here. You will be thrust out into the forefront. It's going to happen. It's the motion, the movement is already taking place. You're going to be thrust out there. We're going to be pushed out there in front of the world. The Most High said, in order for them to know their judgment, they got to know what they done and who they done it to. That's what they got to do. They're going to have to know, first and foremost, who the Most High is. The Most High, yes, he did. He went back. He sat back. He sat back. And the world went as if, hey, where is this Elohim? Where is this God? That's what they did. That's their mentality. And they went on with their lives as if everything will be okay for them. Shalom, Sister Pixie does. That's what they did. And they continue to do it. They continue to maintain that. They do. But I tell you, this, this is what we should be paying attention to. You send these brothers. What was that name? Swahili Nation. Young brother. His father is a politician, or may have been may be like a retired politician, but he does a lot of speeches. And so that brother had on his last casting was he was showing how they are coming together. And brother, we may take it lightly. We may take these little things lightly. We shouldn't. We need to take these things wholeheartedly. When the Most High said he's going to draw his people back together, we need to take that seriously. This awakening. We may have different understanding on interpretations of scriptures. We may have that. Well, we do have that. But we press on. We know, all right, he's an Israelite. He's an Israelite. And we move on. The Most High is drawing us back together off the top. The determination that the Most High has is that one, the nation cannot even fathom. They can't have that determination. That place is supposed to be a wasteland in the very near future. That place is going to get judged before the world does. This is scriptural. And we're the people that's caught right in the midst of the belly of the beast. When I seen a news feed that was saying that that he would Ibrahim Traore was had an invitation to Trump's induction again. Why in the world he come here when France, when they was trying to kill him? What do they really truly think somebody that stupid? Come on now. No. And yeah, he had to. I don't blame him for turning it down. But this is some of the dumb things that this world is doing. And they doing it down. I mean, they doing this stuff deeply. But for the ones who sit there and make any decisions, they know that this situation don't look good. All of these promises and things of that nature, that's all they're going to be. But for the vast majority of people, Shalom, we got next. That is like right up their alley. They, brothers, when this awakening was happening, when it first happened, it started happening. I mean, that's COVID-19 hit, and they talking about make America great again, right? And we always said, 2018, 2019, and that those days are not coming back. Those days was not coming back. So how many years it's been? Let's just start with 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 6 years. 6 years now. 6 years. This country recognized. Even the world was saying, the United States lost its title as world power. They lost that title. They did, and they recognized it. They recognized it, that they lost that title of world power. Okay. Now they're trying to get it back. Trump is making moves on all other countries. The president of South America was not taking those his people back. To which he did tell Biden, they're not coming back now. I'm telling you right now. And so Trump put tariffs, a tariff increase on him. Excuse me. That's what he did. He went and raised some type of taxes on that land. And then he was talking about what he's going to do to China and what he's going to do to Russia. That's a lot of bragging. The people are getting themselves geeked up for this. They are literally getting themselves geeked up. It was our brothers from Nigeria. They was leaving the United States. It appears that they were trying to go through this particular location illegally. And they saying, no, we want to come in and so this and so that. And there was a Gentile lady talking about, but you want to come through here illegally. But why don't you just go through the legal way? It wasn't the fact that I was listening to the conversation. I was just looking at our brothers and sisters trying to get into Canada. And this Gentile woman is telling them, hey, you breaking law. And things of that nature. They looking for a sense of security. That's what the brothers and sisters thought that they was trying to get to. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You're going to start seeing a lot of our brothers and sisters being deported. It's going to happen. It's not a bad thing. I mean, the only reason I can say that because we know scriptures. We know scriptures. We all want a better life. Even the brothers here in the United States, we all want a better life off the top. But that better life and the situation in no, that's only for the elite of the people of this country, and it breaks itself down because they know for a fact they got to have somebody down at the base maintaining that base, and we're the people that's at that base, and I don't care what part of the world we are on, we're that base. But the Most High has taken us out of line, and He said, "Follow me." Now we're following the Most High. They have a problem with that. Their base is flaky and shaky. They're trying to figure out now how are we going to do this. So now, like Trump said, they're about to do a massive thing with AI. That's what they're about to do. They are in the works of $500 billion project for AI. Brothers, do you really believe that these fallen angels will be the base of their system of things? Do you really believe that? To replace us? Do you think AI is really going to be those fallen ones, be the base for their kingdom? Now, they're not trying to be at the bottom. They want to maintain that top. This is the biggest illusion that they have, that they do not see nor understand, because they will turn on their own kind to keep themselves up top. They don't see that. They do not understand that. They got themselves so used to being here or there. As long as they're not at the bottom, they're good. They are good. This is the time for us to buckle down, maintain our faith, because things are going to be changing. Now, these are some. This is just some strong possibilities. It's not saying it's going to happen. You have a weak nation. You do have a weak nation that's speaking grand things about what they're going to do and what they're trying to build themselves back up to. They already recognize one thing. This nation has recognized that it is at a weak point. They're weak. And they know that they need to build themselves back up. So in order to build yourself back up, what do? You make idle threats. Well, I'm going to take the idle out. You make threats. But you know you're already weak, but you make threats. So you got to see, you got to punk somebody out. You literally have to punk somebody out for that person to fall down, and that you hoping that the other people that's looking onward, seeing what's happening, and they bail out. That's what you're hoping. That's what this nation is hoping. They're looking for that one nation to punk out, and hoping that other nation that's looking at this brawl follows suit. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm recognizing. I don't think they go punk out as they think they're going to do. I don't think they're going to do it. Scripturally speaking, no, they're not going to do it. Because those nations still going to come up, and they're going to do what they're going to do. They're building up all of these walls to keep these Americans in. Now, let's go back to how we did the same thing. There was nothing coming into Jerusalem, and there was nothing going out, because Jerusalem, we kept our grains in storage. That's what we did. Everything was in storage. So they may have felt, hey, we go eat things, but dissension came in right in Jerusalem. You had brothers and sisters fighting one another because the Most High, his spirit left due to their disobedience. That's what happened in Jerusalem. So the Romans were standing around. They were, okay, and they getting words. Hey, they ain't now fighting. They ain't now fighting one another and killing one another. Okay, we gonna sit back. Let them do what they're going. Let them do what they're going to do. Because one, they're gonna starve themselves out. That's one thing they was going to do. Offenses, yes. They're going to starve themselves out, to which they did that. And out of some of it, they even burnt some of the grains up. I mean, like what? I mean, what are you doing? You're surrounded by these walls, and you go burn some of the food that you need to eat. But hey, when the Most High Spirit leaves, you become dumber than a doorknob. That's the danger of it. That's the dangerous part of it. Is when his spirit leaves, you make some dumb decisions. Very dumb. And our forefathers who did not listen to Yahushua, those that stayed in Jerusalem, that was not a pretty picture when that destruction came in. This will not be a pretty picture for this nation. Yeah, we never seen it before, and people that have never imagined it before. They never imagined this particular type of destruction. Not for this country. No. You got to make sure that the wings of the eagle spreads out. I mean, with like the eagle. If you look at the eagle, it gives off a strong determination, with eyes and the beak, as if you don't want to cross me. That's how the eagle, and that's how this world is. They just give off a determination, as if my determination is so strong, you don't want to come up against this. You do not want to mess with this. And if you not talk to, but if you listen to some early raps, that's all they talk about, how bad they were, how you don't want to come up against me and things of that nature and be the first one to build. That is this country. It bullied people into doing things, countries into doing things that they did not want to do. And all of that hatred that has been brewing for this particular country is coming back up on them. That's what's happening. All of these promises of putting this country back on top. And you brothers and sisters, no, ain't no coming back. And there's no going back to that. There's none, no types of steps. Or you can talk about what you want to do. You can talk about it until you blue in the face. You can sit up here and talk about it to get people all geeked up. All things is going to change. He's going to see to it, and things of that nature. They're going to change. They are going to change, and we are witnessing that change right now. Now, how, like I said, brother, how the Most High is going to maneuver this gathering or this exodus of us out of this country. How it's going to happen? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. And trust and believe. We're going back to our forefathers' time when that first, I ain't gonna call it an invasion. When the Romans first came in on the land in 66 CE and they surrounded Jerusalem, all of a sudden they just left. And that opened up the door for those obedient ones of Yahusha. They got out. They got out with the quickness. They did. And they fled to the mountain like he had instructed them to do. But for those that did not obey him, what happened? Well, history, you know what happened to our people. And then for the ones that did try to, and they got out, you got to go back into the book of Obadiah. Esau was killing some of our brothers and sisters escaping out of Jerusalem. They was capturing our people and turning them over. They were stealing just as much as the Romans was. Go into the book of Obadiah. You'll see exactly what they was doing to their own brothers. This is the reason why the Most High said, what's going to happen to Obadiah and the way he's speaking and things of that nature. And if you, like I said, brothers and sisters, if you just listen to his tone as to what he's talking about, what he's going to do and things of that nature, the book of Obadiah just screams out at you. Because the Most High said, I'm going to tear it down. I'm going to tear it down. This is where we stand. We must maintain our determination, brothers and sisters. It's happening. Judgment is here. The words that they speak are words of judgment that's coming upon them. That's what's happening. This here of telling the world of what they're going to do, we're not worried about that. They saying, hey, Russia is taking a blow. I'm not worried about that. China is falling back. I'm not worried about that. Because one thing the Most High said, if he said what's going to happen and what he is going to cause these nations to do, these nations can fall back so badly, so badly. The Most High know exactly what to do to spring any type of nation or whatever he wanted to use to make his word come to fulfillment. It's going to happen off the top. We're not trying to linger of being unfaithful or thinking that the Most High it's not going to pull through the way he says it's going to happen. It's going to come to fulfillment. If he says, I'm going to call the king of the north to come down with other nations to conquer, trust and believe, brothers and sisters, step back and just see the salvation of the Most High. They're arrogant. They're arrogant, and they're scared at the same time. They are witnessing a change of power. Those 10 toes, they want power. They wants to be in the shoes of the United States. That's where they want to be. The deception is right now. It's happening right now. The deception of these nations that's supposed to be in bed with the United States, plotting against her right as we speak. And yet and still, they're making all these determinations of what they're going to do. But they're not going to succeed. Now, with these brothers and sisters over in Africa, from West to East Africa, making their moves, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, brothers and sisters, they took some of their anger out on us. Truthfully, I think we need to expect it. That's just my line of thought. I think we need to expect that. Because one, they talking about they want to, what's the word? Get all these immigrants out. That's more than that's more than a notion. That stuff costs money. It costs money for that to happen. And two, that's a lot of people. Now, at the same time, when you got a massive undertaking of exiting people out of the country, you got that going on. Shalom, sister. What's this? Oh, Sister DB. Shalom, sister. You have this massive immigration exodus going on. Okay, we got that. They got that rather. And at the same time, they have issues with different countries. This I'm talking about here. United States got issues with different countries. They talking about hitting them with tariffs and everything. This is that punk move, brothers and sisters, that I'm speaking about. They got a whole lot going on and claim, hey, we got to make America great again. You know you got hit. You know there's a weak point. What makes you think that these nations are not looking at that weak point? They're looking, and they're not punking out as they usually do. That's that setup in the book of Obadiah, that net to get them tangled up in it. That's that net. So my encouragement is this, though, brothers and sisters, this. Our determination going forth is not to be going back and forth with our brothers and sisters over some arguments and things. This is based upon our survival. We're being brought up to, hey, this is what you need to pay attention to. This is the real thing. This is what the world is talking about. This is what the world is trying to bring about. We need to be really on point to our service to the Most High, because when it's all over said and done, brothers and sisters, it's going to be the Most High who's going to do the saving. It's going to be the Most High who's going to be doing the protecting. And it's going to be us who will be giving glory to Him. That is the main crux of it, brothers and sisters, when it's all over said and done. They told us that we served a lesser God. They brought us a lesser God. That's what they did, and we believed it. But with this awakening, we called them a lie, and we started to make changes. We started to make changes because we recognized the lie, because the Most High woke us up. And here we are, right down to this very day. This is where we stand. We're standing with a strong determination. You're not going to tell me who I am and who I am not. Because when the Most High Spirit is upon you, you know exactly who you are and how you need to move about. That's that strong spiritual determination that you individually take as part of this nation. Shalom, Sister Linda Cross. This is who we are. These are the things that we should be doing. This world, brothers and sisters, we can go down the line talking about what the Most High said, in the last day, food shortages and things of that nature and all that. But these idiots are making a determination to put themselves back on top. When we would say, those days are gone. They're not coming back. They are literally trying to bring back those days. But brothers, if they are talking about bringing back those days, and I want you brothers and sisters to understand this. Do we understand when they say, make America great again? You do know that involves Judah. Quiet, Skip. That involves Judah being at the bottom again. Excuse me. Hold on just for a moment. I'm sorry about that. That involves Judah being at the base. Judah is the one who's moving that money around. Judah is the one that was moving that money around and being distracted at the same time. That making America great, that is what it entails of us being at that base, moving their world around. That's what that is. So now, these brothers and sisters and things right here, when I said they cast their vote, that's what they cast their vote for. That's exactly what they did. They voted to put themselves right back down at that base. thinking that they're doing something so great, or that this person is doing something so great, because they telling him, "Oh, you got the power to do this here. You got the power to say this here. You got the power to whatever." It's a misleading of the power. They do not understand the position that they put themselves into. Because if you did not give your authority away, trust and believe that authority is still with you. I don't care how many of us voted. That authority is an individual authority. You cannot give something away that's not yours. That's one thing they cannot do. But hey, this is the world into which we're living in. We're waiting on this exodus or gathering. And it's a whole lot more realer than before. We're seeing our people, not just here, but also on the continent, that are making moves, that having a strong determination. And we're seeing how the Most High is working with these brothers and sisters there. They're doing it. I think it was like 3 of those countries came up with one particular passport, and then they're trying to get it where you don't need a visa for people of African descent. You know, I was just looking over some of that stuff a couple of days ago. Yeah, but this is what's happening, brothers and sisters. We need to maintain our determination moving forward, because scripturally speaking, it's going to be a test to our faith. It's going to be, with this awakening. Christendom is falling. People are falling away from there. They've fallen away. They starting asking more questions and things of that nature. And if they're not asking questions, trust and believe, they just living a foul life that does not, consist of the so-called Christian way. And not even knowing the issues. I mean, they never was in the way. It was always in Satan's way, period. And this is what this is about. I tell you, it's ridiculous to see some of the things, to hear some of the things. But in conclusion, brothers and sisters, like I said, I was not going to try to go over an hour. I got a little sad news before I close out. When I was in Dar, when I was with doing work for QTUA, I was staying at this Airbnb that they found where I was staying at and things, and I started talking with the locals and things, and start mingling with the brothers and sisters there and things, and these brothers and sisters was talking about how excuse me, how the other nation was coming in and just starting businesses and things of that nature, and at the same time they was talking about how they still live at the bottom and things. Because when I tell you, brothers and sisters, where I was living at, the place is, the place was nice, but you step out, oh yeah, the roads are, if they did a demolishing of a building and they had like concrete and all that stuff, they'll put that on the road. They would literally lay that on the road to fill up a hole. So you can imagine what the roads look like. But anyway, when I was there with me and Hitty was there, we was this little boy. He was playing with his ball. Him and this other his friend. And so they kicked the ball and they came up under the gate to which led to my unit. And I had the gate closed. So I heard somebody kept yelling and yelling and yelling. And so I was like, let me go. So I went out there and I opened up the gate. This little boy, I mean, this boy, he was like 2 years old, but he spoke very well. He spoke very well. Name is G, or at least I called him G. And so, he was like, I'm looking for my ball. I'm looking for my ball. And then he went back to speaking Swahili. And so he was talking to, Hidia in Swahili. But he spoke a little bit English, but he spoke it very well, both languages. And so he was talking to me and everything, and he wanted to play ball. And so I was kicking the ball with him. And so I started playing with this little boy, kickball and all that stuff, because they love soccer. This little boy got so comfortable with us. I mean, he just come knocking on the door. Boom, he come on in, sit down, say hello, and let me tell you something. The custom there is they wear sandals, or people in the South call them slide shoes, but sandals. No, when you walk in someone's house, you take your sandals off. You walk in their house barefooted. Even with businesses, they do the same thing. They leave their sandals out. You walk on in. This little boy, he had the tradition down packed. He knew it. This is how he was raised. So he take it. Boom. He come into the apartment, sit down. He want to watch cartoon Spider-Man. So I put it on Spider-Man. He sit there and watch it. And I mean, he just lay on the sofa, throw his feet up, and he'll fall asleep. He just got that comfortable. And I stayed in that unit for like about 2 months. I was there for like 2 months. And so he got acquainted. So this little boy would stand at this unit with me and Hidia for like into the wee hours of the night. I mean, well, like I said, I'm talking about like 9, 10. But his mother knew where she needed to come and find him at the drop of a dime. Boom, 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 boom. G, boom. And we're like, yeah, he laying right here, knocked out sleep. But he had a habit of coming over near about every single day. So the mother was cool. I mean, she was okay with it. And she know if he came out, she knew exactly where to find him at. And so one day, she was concerned. He had an infection in his ear. It was pretty bad. I even took pictures of that. And so I started cleaning the infection out and everything. It was hurting him and everything, all that. But I mean, when I say it was infected real bad, and took some peroxide, did what I need to do with, put some tissue or whatever. I left it over his ear, and it started to heal up in a couple of days. She started recognizing it, started healing up. A month ago, well, let me just show you how this stuff works. This brother, because you buy electricity, you pay for electricity, then you got to put a code in. So I'm looking up there and I seen the box was way up on the ceiling. I'm like, man, I don't have no ladder to get up there. So we have to call the local guy in the neighborhood, trust and believe, and like a middleman. So we eventually found him. So we knew every time when we paid for the electricity, we call him. We text the brother, and he come by. He climb up there, put the stuff in. Boom, the electricity comes on. And so he had our number. He had our point of contact. So I mean, man, you go on the time that went on and everything. And so I left over there, went into the village, stayed in the village for like 6 more months. All that time went by. We still kept in contact with what we call Mama G. That's what they called her, and that was the child's mother. So she would call and see how we was doing the thing, how she was saying how she missed us being in the neighborhood and things of that nature. So just a month ago, she was in a terrible accident. And her and the baby, because she was on a boda or motorcycle, and a car hit them. The mother is the one who took the brunt of the accident. And so she called Hitty and told Hitty what happened. Hitty called me and said, Mike, she was in an accident real bad. So but I was saying, like, is she okay? He said, yeah, she's talking and things of that nature, and she's doing pretty good, but and things of that nature. I did not know they did surgery on her. And so we did not know that the child was at the hospital for like a month, just sitting around waiting for his mother to get better. And so just yesterday, they were trying to find her family. They couldn't find her family. But the guy who took her to the hospital was the guy the middleman that we use to, turn our electricity back on. He took her to the hospital when that happened. And they had his information. So they called him. He said, no, I'm going to give you her number to her sister. They thought Hydia was her sister. And so they called Hydia. Hydia calls me. And they said they had to do surgery on the mother. Truthfully, brothers and sisters, I think they gave her too much anesthesia because they said she didn't wake up. She did not wake up because they was calling because they wanted her to come and get the child. They wanted Hydia to come and get this child. The child been sent up at the hospital for like a month. And I'm like, why do they wait? But when I asked that question, why did they wait so long? Because they were looking for the point of contact, and it all led back to me and Hydia. So what had happened? She said, Mike, I got to go get him. And just today, shalom, Brother Robert, I get the message that the mother died. They called Hydia and said, unfortunately, she died. And so I'm like, how is it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm feeling hurt for the little boy, truthfully, because that was the only person that he knew was his mother. And now he's at the hospital with these people that they, saying they looking for the family and things of that nature. And Hydia is trying to figure out how she's going to do it, but she's trying to get in contact with these people now to the hospital to make arrangement for that. But the mother, from her accident that happened a month ago, they pronounced her, she died today or earlier this morning, rather. This system, brothers, because I was asking a whole lot of questions when they had me on the phone. And it seems there was a lot of diversion from the question I was asking. I mean, I asked one question, but you're going way over here. But when you're having all these, this is the reason why I say this, brothers and sisters, we need to do things for ourselves. When you're dealing with these foreigners, they're not looking at you as a human being. If you're looking like anything like anybody of us of color, no, I'm sorry, you're not. Majority of doctors are Indians. Straight Indian. I'm gonna be straight and frank with you. The workers who's cleaning up the hospital, that's us, our people. You may have a doctor here, nurse here or there that may be one of us, but the vast majority of them, they're foreigners. just like they do here in the United States. They don't fight too much for our lives when you're on that operating table. There's a spirit that comes upon these people. They don't fight for your life as much as you think they're going to do. I got brothers and sisters that works in the hospital, high-end nurses. They'll tell you they do not fight for black people like that. They do not. Brothers and sisters, stay awake. Stay on your game. Stay on it. This stuff is so frustrating, it is ridiculous. Because right now, it appears there is an adoption that has to take place. I just can't leave that little boy there. I cannot. I know that little boy. Play ball with him. But this is the world that they will put you in position to do these things because they know good and well that we are built differently. Because truthfully, it's absolutely frustrating to me. Truth be told, not saying that I don't want to do what I need to do. It's not that. The child has nothing to do with it. It's the system. It's the people. Because now it would appear to me all the questions I was asked. This sister was sitting up in the hospital. She been in this state for like a month. For like a month, and you waited this long to say, "Hey, somebody need to come and get this child," and you waited this long to tell us that, "Hey, she didn't wake up." Which I kind of figured that. I was saying like they trying to pull a plug on somebody. If she been sitting in the hospital for a whole month, and then just today they're gonna say she died. Come on now. I wasn't born yesterday. I was not born yesterday. I was not. And it's sad that this little boy now, his mother, that whom he been around since he came into this world, and I'm quite sure he has no knowledge that she is no longer with us. Now I got to make phone calls, find out when Hideous is trying to make a trip up there to go and get this child. When I tell you, brothers, we should be doing things for ourselves. What I'm telling you, we need to be up on this. I'm serious. Brothers and sisters, I'm not going to stay on this long because this stuff is absolutely frustrating to me. I kid you not. Brothers and sisters, keep your heads on a swivel. Stay prayed up. Because this nonsense, I tell you, it's going to get a lot thicker. It is. It's going to get a whole lot thicker. But let us continue to maintain our determination towards the Most High, and our determination to stay as a nation, a holy nation, a separated nation. And let us continue to mentally think about doing things for ourselves. That's what we need to do. On that note, brothers and sisters, I would say shalom.